A word that I keep running across that I think is perfect to go with understanding you're in a process is the word wilderness, or the idea of being in the wilderness. Some we would say wilderness or in a storm. I know I've always said I'm in a storm, but I honestly don't see it as that anymore. I think I'm in the wilderness. What I mean by that is the idea of being in a place that is unfamiliar, being in a place that's not what you're used to, being in a place that is not what you're used to, being in a place that's unfamiliar, being in a place that requires you to think, act, and be different so you can make it out. Something I feel like is huge when you're in the process is realizing that being in the wilderness is a huge part of that process. When you're in the wilderness, that is when God brings you or takes you to the wilderness. That is a part of life or part of your story that is huge, because it allows you to refocus your mind, spirit, body, strength, and everything, sight on God. Because in that point, you have no one to turn to, nothing to turn to, only God. Because He's the only one that knows how to get you out of it. He's the only one who knows how to direct your path so you can grow in it and through. And when you're out of the wilderness, He's the only one who's going to be able to sustain you so that what you've grown into, what you've received, what you've gained, what you've walked into while you're in the wilderness, you can take with you and share with others who need it. The wilderness is huge. I'm understanding that when you're in those type of storms or / wilderness, that's where your character grows. That's where you really start to discover who you are and what God is doing with you and through you. Like, you start to see yourself in a whole different light, because now you can't take it from, oh, this person saw me like this, or this is what I used to do, so I'm gonna put my identity in this, or this is what is familiar for me, so I remember this how I felt, so this is what I want to go to and who I want to be. And it's like, no, in the wilderness, it's you and God. Simple as that. And all that other distractions are gone. And when you try to go for them and pick them back up and follow them, you realize that they always either fall short and they never last long, and then you're just back where you were. You're back lost. It's because you're looking at the wrong things. You're checking for the wrong things. You're seeing for the wrong things, because in that wilderness, that is where you fix yourself on God. If you don't do that, you're going to go in circles and circles and circles and circles. And you're going to be like, bro, I have not gone anywhere. But when you really take the time to step back, understand, okay, this is where I'm at. God put me here for a reason. So what is it that God wants me to change within myself, to see, to focus on, to realize, so that He can direct my steps so I can get out of this wilderness, and not just make it out the wilderness, but to let it transform you, let it change you. So when you're out of the wilderness, you can share whatever He has revealed in you and through you with the world, with whoever needs it. Because that wilderness is not just for you, not at all just for you. It's for the people He's going to place around you, for the opportunities He's going to bring to you, to the places He's going to take you. And in those, that's where it starts to make sense. That's where you start to understand, oh, I needed that wilderness. Because if I didn't have this wilderness, if God would have just gave me these opportunities, put these people around me, all these things, oh, I would have folded. I wouldn't have made it. So, you need the wilderness. Never shy away from a storm or being in the wilderness. Whatever part of life you're in right now, if it feels like you're lost, it feels like all these things are just happening, you don't know where to go, that you feel like you're literally in the wilderness, in a storm, in a cave, and it's just pitch black, and you're just like, bro, where am I going? Take that time to seek God, because in that He is trying to meet you. He is literally trying to meet you. He's trying to sit you down, meet you, help you, grow you, mature you, and then lead you. He's that light that you follow out that wilderness so you may grow. You grow wiser. You grow wiser. You gain knowledge. You gain understanding. You gain strength. You gain peace. You gain joy. You gain so much from being in the wilderness and being just with Him that you're going to need in that next phase of life. So if you are in that position right now and you find yourself in the wilderness, take it as a blessing and be thankful. because at least God is taking the time to be with you, to grow you. Because in that time, you're going to look back on it and be so thankful that God took the time to use that for your good, His glory. And then when you look back and you realize where you are, however down the line you are, you're gonna be so thankful. Have so much humility of what He took you through and be able to share it with so many people that you would have never thought you would share it with. You're gonna be in rooms you would have never thought you would be in. You're gonna have opportunities that you never thought you would have got. But because of that wilderness, you were able to receive it. Be thankful for that and trust in God.